Grab your glasses, everybody. It's time for a Moonshine Safari.
Welcome, everybody, to Moonshine Safari. I'm Josh.
I'm Dina.
Hey, happy Purim.
Happy Purim.
It's Purim.
How many people don't know what that means?
You know, if you don't know what Purim means, you're a heathen. I'm just kidding. You wouldn't know what Purim. I didn't know what Purim was for
either.
like, more than half my life, and then, or a little bit less than half my life now, but because
It was shocking
I'm
when
old.
we first saw it in action.
The first one was kind of crazy. So if you're not sure what Purim is, check it out. It's kind of cool, and some of the traditions run pretty well with what we like to do around here at Moonshine Safari, if you know what I'm talking about.
Exactly.
You have stumbled across episode 36.
36.
At 36. That means there's 35 prior
Which,
episodes.
I posted it on every social media today.
Yeah.
Go listen to the other ones.
Yeah, go listen to the fun ones. It's cool. We got some ones. We got some poop stories. There's one episode about poop
Woohoo.
stories. You guys got to check that stuff out. It's fun. We also have some posts of some original music and some stuff that we've done and some cover
We're working
tunes
on
and
others,
things
but
like that.
it's just
pretty
light
cool.
stuff in the way at the moment.
Right.
So.
Absolutely. We got to do some shout outs, Dina.
Shout outs.
Yeah. Shout outs. And we got to do a shout out to Chandler Liquors. We went on a Moonshine Safari. Well, I didn't go, but Robin and Dina over here, whatever your name is.
And our little buddy went with us too, which is awesome.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah. She went over. She was S. We'll call her S.
We'll call her S.
S-A. We'll call her S-A. That fits
She's my
perfect.
little S.
Yeah, a little S. So yeah, so they went on to Chandler Liquors and on Arizona Avenue, and guess what they found, y'all? Midnight Moon.
Yes, we did.
Blackberry Moonshine. We have been looking for that for so long now.
It
was kind of like the Hunch Punch
It was,
thing,
right. And then he couldn't get it anywhere, and
but your perseverance and dedication.
honestly, I think the owner, because I think he ordered it because I told him about it. So thank
Bless
you
his
guys.
heart. Yeah, so shout out to Chandler Liquors. And I'll tell you guys, they're unopened. And this was, you've had it for a couple weeks ago.
That's
It has
painful.
been very painful because, we're on our fasting, dieting regimen right now. So no sugars. Also, Dina
very
is
sad.
sugar-free for 30 days. She's doing a no refined sugar. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
mean,
still have my
fruits and stuff is
fruits and
cool,
all
but
that stuff, but
no refined. So unfortunately, I guess cane sugar is not really refined sugar, is it? Not like pure cane sugar. I'm just trying. No, I don't need the
I
carbs
was
because
gonna say,
sugar.
the problem is
sugar equals carbs, so I'm not doing
I'm
that.
still gonna wait.
But when we hit the cheat week,
Which we're going an extra week on the fast this time, so we're gonna do a cheat.
So we're
week,
gonna do a
an extra
cheat.
week
Well, our
later.
off week. We call it off week. So, and we'll have a couple of cheat days in there, and I will be partaking of some of the blackberry
Yes.
moonshine, and
Me
so
too.
will Dina. All right. So thank you, Chandler Liquors. Also, hey, Arizona Hotshots.
Arizona Hot Shots. They won.
You guys beat an undefeated team.
That was awesome.
And I was so happy because they played the Orlando Apollos, and the coach of the Orlando Apollos is, this coach used to drive me and my father so crazy. He is Steve Spurrier, former coach of the Florida Gators, and my father and I are big University of Tennessee fans.
Ball
and,
fans.
the Gators and the Vols, and I don't know how many times I used to have a lot of UT Vol. I don't really follow them much anymore because a lot of the political BS and everything, I just don't do it. So anyway, I used to have a bunch of stuff on my truck about the Vols, and Gator fans would honk at me, and they were always nice. They didn't like flip me off or do anything stupid, but they'd put their hands out the window and do that alligator clappy thing, whatever those inbred Florida people do.
Or
down there.
you'd also get all the ball people going, "Hey, ball!"
Oh well, yeah, we get all my people. Yeah,
I mean, we're in
honking
Arizona, so
Heck yeah! So, way to go, Arizona Hotshots! I'm so proud of you. I'm so happy. Nice job, Dina. I only have record of one new listener or follower today, but I kind of feel like I want to give something away. I know that I'm kind of springing this on you. You're looking at me like, what?
You are. What are we giving away?
Well, I'm not sure. I think I want to give away one of our cool little lamp things that we made.
Let's do it.
And I think I want to give it away to Terry Bird, who is a follower on SoundCloud. And he or she, Terry Bird, B-Y-R-D, has listened to a lot of our stuff and
thanks,
liked
Terry.
a bunch of our stuff.
Hi, Terry.
After they started following us. And Terry, I would like to send you a little something. Also, we have some stickers in process. And when we get them, we'll add those to the little package. But what we need from you is to contact us at Josh and Dina at moonshinesafari.com.
Send us an address.
Send us an address.
And we will send you.
And no
one of our little
shipping
cool night
charges.
lights. Yeah,
We'll pay for all the
just send
shipping.
it.
And we're going to say it's not like an expensive thing. It's just kind of a
It's
cool
just fun.
little.
We've been having fun with it.
Yeah, a cool little bottle lamp kind of thing. If you want to know what it is, I think we have some on our Instagram page. You can kind of check them out. It'll be kind of like that. But we need an address for you. So, Terry Bird, B-Y-R-D, reach out and touch us in a good way, and we'll send it to you. How about that?
Deal.
All right. Hey, coming up, what are we listening to? It's music time. I'm really excited about it. Can you tell?
What's Dana listening to? What's Josh listening to?
Welcome back, everybody.
Welcome.
It's music time. We love our music.
We loves it.
We love it. Dina hasn't been listening to music.
I love it so much. I haven't been listening to it.
That's not true. She listens to music when I have it playing. She does listen to it, but what she is talking about, what have you been listening to?
I've been listening to my Harry Potter books because Josh and I have been reading, and we've had a few days of not reading just because the whole point is
Josh has been falling asleep at 8 o'clock at night.
The whole point of reading the book is it's supposed to be relaxing, and if you're stressing about did you read a chapter, then it's not fun anymore.
I wasn't stressing about it. I've just been falling asleep at 8 o'clock.
But I'm just saying, but we don't want to stress about it either. We don't want to go, we didn't read our chapter.
Exactly.
So anyway, I just started listening to it because I like to listen to the audiobooks anyway, so that's what I've been listening
Folks, that was her passive-aggressive way of telling me that I need to stay awake and start reading.
No, that was my straight-out way to say it's no big deal.
I'm just teasing you. I've been listening to Charlie Daniels. Charlie Daniels
And you
is
never
amazing.
did think that it ever would happen
I watched
again.
a really cool.
You never did you?
Huh?
Sorry, I'm singing that song. It's Charlie Daniels.
Right, it is Charlie Daniels. And Blackberry Smoke, of course. That's my boys. It's tag Blackberry
Of
Smoke. I love Blackberry Smoke, and it's so much fun. And you know what? Their fans are really cool. I'm a part of their fan page thing, and everybody who works with them that I've run into so far, it's just been really cool. It's been a really great experience being part of their band. So, yep, Charlie Daniels Band and Blackberry Smoke this week.
Woo, woo.
Follow me. Follow me. Follow me. Follow me. Okay. Coming up. Tickle, tickle.
Tickle, tickle.
Yeah! Oh, no.
More of our wonderful sound effect person. Thank you so much for that. Hey, I read this the other day. It says, a lot of marriage is misreading facial expressions and asking each other, is something wrong? We can relate to that.
Yeah.
You look at me and go, something wrong? No, I'm just constipated.
Awesome.
It's time for Peeve of the Week.
I guess everybody wanted to know that, right? Welcome back, everybody.
Welcome.
Guess what?
What?
It's peeve time.
It's peeve time?
Guess what I have written
Do you
down?
have one?
Look,
I can't read that.
right, because there's nothing written there.
Oh.
I don't have a peeve. Do you have a peeve?
I'm trying to think if I have a peeve.
I have a peeve that I couldn't come up with a peeve.
I'm getting peeved about all these robocalls that we're getting. Like my phone rings. And I have to answer
I'm not getting
it.
a lot.
Oh, I'm getting
I know,
a lot.
you have to.
I'm getting 7 to 10 a day.
Yeah, you have to, because, you know, when we do what we do, you got to be available, got to answer that phone and talk to those folkies. That's true. I don't have a peeve.
That's my
Well,
only
that
peeve.
is not true. If you want to talk about robocalls, I get a lot. I have gotten robocalls. I usually get more like 1 or 2, probably 1 a day, and it's always the scam thing. But they always can leave a message, and that pisses me off. It's like, can we not just block it all the way and not block the message?
Right, yeah.
It's like I don't have to answer the phone, but they get to leave a message, and I have to go in there, and then I have to start listening to it and delete it.
We should really check into that. I bet you there's a way to do it.
It probably is. I'm just probably too ignorant to know. I'm probably too lazy to find out.
Maybe that's why you're peeved. You peeved because you're lazy.
Okay, I hope you have a pro tip, because I don't have anything written down there for either. So, hey, stay tuned. Super. We got a pro tip coming up.
Guys.
Maybe. It's Purim. Damn it. Haman.
Give me a...
Get out your notepads. It's time for pro tip of the week.
Ooh, it's the Haman bug. Haman is coming after us today. Those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, look it up. It has to do with Purim. It's pro tip time, Dana.
It is.
We don't have any pro tip either.
Well, actually, I was trying to think, because we've talked about a lot of my
Here's a pro tip.
already.
Make sure you have pro tips done before you start the show.
Yeah, exactly.
For some reason, I thought I had everything put together, but apparently that was not the case.
I think the biggest thing I can think of right now is, everybody's really getting into the whole... what do you want to call it? Automation of both real estate and contracts. I mean, not contracts, mortgages. And I know we talked about the iBuyer stuff last week, which is the automation of real estate. I really think that people, a lot of times, are doing a disservice to themselves when they do that, because they're losing between 10 and 12%.
Well, and not only are they doing that, what I listened to today, and I'm sure you probably did too, is when Zillow comes in, or these big companies come in, these iCloud buyers, and they buy your neighbor's house for 20% less or 10% less than they normally would through a real estate agent, that hurts you. That hurts the neighborhoods of that comp value. And people don't get that. It's like, yes, it's convenient, and it's I guess maybe it's wonderful for you, but like Dina just said, you're leaving all that money on the table. Well, you're not leaving it on the table. You're putting it in their pocket.
Well, and if you think about it logically, the only way that they can operate like this is by hedging their bets and making sure that property is not overpriced.
And let me just tell you something.
So they lowball it.
Right. And they're talking about convenience. Let me just tell you something. And I know what they're doing, but if you have a good agent, that's the convenience that you're paying the agent for. And you're going to get better service. You're going to get boutique-style service from a personal agent that you can speak to face-to-face and not be dealing with some support person over the phone or on a computer. So that's the kind of thing. And you're going to be helping yourself and the value of your home, your neighbor and the value of their home, okay, and the neighborhood. And you're going to keep most of the money for yourself.
Real estate agents absolutely earn their commissions. You guys, I know that a lot of people have this idea that they just make all this money for doing nothing. It's really not true. I'm not going to say that there's not any of them that aren't lazy, but I'm telling you that rank and file real estate agents work hard for their money.
But even the lazy ones had to go to school and to take the classes. I've done it. I've taken the classes. I've taken the tests. That is not an easy thing. It takes time, it takes effort, it takes knowledge, and these people have to know the rules and the laws nationally and locally and statewide, and they have to keep up on that. So every year they have to continue their schooling, just like a doctor does, just like a pharmacy tech does. They have to continue this type of education. So yes, they absolutely earn their thing. Now, do some of them probably gouge you? Yeah, but you know what?
Then don't go to them.
Right. That's your due diligence. You should know what the basic percentages and everything is negotiable, by the way, everybody. Everything is negotiable. That includes the rates for your agents. It's negotiable.
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely.
And, keep in mind that that's the same thing. It's the same principle that you should look at for mortgage people, because, you can call your big banks, and I'm not going to name any because that's not the point, but I'm just saying you can call your big banks, and if you are 800 credit score and really low debt to income and no credit issues, then you're going to be easy to get done at the big bank. But that also, doesn't mean you're going to close on time, because, well, you're part of an assembly line at that point. It's really very similar.
And if you're harder than everybody else, you're getting pushed away.
They're not even going to mess with it.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is take your time, talk to some different mortgage people. And I realize I have a stake in this because that's what I do. But I also see the difference in service between what I offer and what the quote unquote big banks online app people offer.
And you can listen to even real estate agents too, and they'll tell you that the iCloud loan thing is not all it's cracked up to be either. And it's kind of like these discounters, and that's quite how you look at these Zillows and places. They're discounters, and when you shop at a discount store, what do you expect, and what are you going to get? You know what you're going to get. You're going to get discount service. You're going to get discount. All of it's going to be less. Why? Why? Because you're paying more. You're losing more money. So you need to think about that for a second. So, and yes, we have a dog in this fight. We absolutely have a dog in this fight.
But that's also why I'm telling you, because we've had a lot of clients that transfer in from some of the big banks after they were told they could qualify and close on time, and they didn't.
Right. But we care about you too, because you'll be frustrated when you start the process and it goes south because they don't want to do it because of whatever, it's a little too hard. Or they do it and you realize, wow, I could have made $20,000 more on this, and that could have paid this bill off or that, or we could have done a pool or something, which you can't now because you sold your house at a discount just for the convenience.
And keep in mind that the mortgage loan officers that the quote unquote big banks, the ones that have federal charters, so you're talking the really big banks in this country, those loan officers do not have to be individually licensed. They are covered under the bank's license.
Right.
So what happens?
So they didn't go to class. They didn't learn anything.
They know whatever their supervisor taught them when they first came on.
Well, they have that book right next to them, just like the caller that calls you and wants to sell you something that you don't want, and then they have a response. They flip the page, just like everybody else.
And then they push you on to the next person because you're part of the assembly line.
Yep,
so
that's the way it
just
goes.
like I said,
we could just keep going on and on and on and on
it.
about this stuff. Just like, how most offers through Zillow, they don't buy your house, but they just have all your information now and they sell that as a lead. So nice job.
Right.
Give it to an agent who is working for you.
And your advocate. You need an advocate.
Right. Who's going to fight for you. That's why you get them. Anyway. All right. Hey, we ended up with a pretty good pro tip. Made up for the sucky peeve.
It's been on the brain.
All right. Hey, coming up, it's our story. We're going to pick it up from where we were last week, if you remember. If not, go back and listen to that and then come back here.
Woohoo.
We'll be right back.
Shh. Quiet and listen. It's time for Marriage Story of the Week.
Welcome back, everybody, to Moonshine Safari.
I'm Dina.
You are Dina.
I am.
And I am.
And you're Josh.
The
Josh.
Cantankerous Josh.
The Josh.
Hey, I really thought that was funny what you posted the other day for St. Patty's Day on the Instagram about rubbing the jugs.
Oh. I saw that button hanging up at the mall. I thought it was pretty funny.
That cracked me up. That makes me less cantankerous.
And I bought a flask.
Oh, the flask was awesome. You guys got to check that out. The flask was cool.
I thought it was funny.
Yeah, it was totally cool. Last week we talked a little bit about our families and where we fit in our families, and you guys already knew where Dina was. We talked about that, and you nailed that. But Dina has a theory, and I kind of agree with it too, that, our family, most families, I say most families, not all families are necessarily the same, because your family might have like a hatchet murder in it, and I don't have one in mine. Well, not that I know of, but you might have one in yours, and that's what will separate us. But we could come on common ground, because you probably have, that brother that gets on your nerves, or that sister that gets on your nerves, or, all of the moocher, the whiner, the baby, all that stuff. But I'm going to let Dina express her theory and convey to you what she thinks about families and all that stuff.
Well, I mean, and this kind of goes generally for just people in general, but it also applies in a sort of microcosm to families. I think that there are stereotypes for a reason, and it's because they hold true. So, for instance, you have a family structure, brothers, sisters, mother, father, whatever, and there's always the perfect one, which is me. Okay, so we'll get that out of the way. I'm the perfect one, so everybody needs to understand that. Is. So, all right. Besides the perfect one, like I said last week, my brother and sisters would probably tell you I'm also the spoiled one. I don't know.
Did you just say probably the spoiled one again? Didn't we talk about this last week?
We could debate that if you wanted. in some ways I can agree. In some ways I would disagree. But it doesn't matter. The point is, you
just see yourself spoiled
idol.
in different areas than your siblings see you spoiled in. I get it.
Well, and it's whatever. Anyway, so then I remember hearing other people talk about their families, and they say, "Oh, I had a coworker actually a long time ago who was talking about his brother, and he goes, well, he died." He said something about his brother who died. And I go, "Oh, I'm so sorry your brother died." And he goes, "Oh, he's not really dead. We just don't talk." And I started laughing a little bit because it was surprising.
It's a little shocking.
And I said, "Oh."
But you're probably a little happy that it's not really dead.
Well, he's not dead. Thank goodness, obviously. But it's like, and then you kind of go, "Oh, yeah, I have family members that I don't talk to also." It might not be a brother. It might be a sister. It might be a cousin. It's whatever. But the point is, there's that person that you just don't talk to. And there could be a myriad of reasons why. But when it all boils down to it, we all have personalities, and some of them jive and some of them don't. So sometimes you're going to have people in your family that you just don't talk to. Okay. So that you could have, like Josh was saying, you could have the brother that is all about, I don't know, motorbike racing. I'm just going to say he's over the top about this one particular item. And so he's crazy about it. He's trying to get everybody into it all the time. He's pushing everybody. You also have the sibling that might be late all the time. And you're like, "Oh, that's the person that's late all the time. I know who that is in my family." So in my little theory of the world, we all have the same people in our families. They just have different names. So if I have somebody in my family named Harry who is late all the time and always bugging me about that's awesome, Josh.
I'm sorry. I always hit the wrong damn button when I'm messing on my phone. That's why I should never play on my phone when things are going on.
So if you have that one brother whose name is Harry and he's always late and he is also maybe always trying to borrow money from you, you talk to somebody else who might be in your office you never met before, and they go, "Oh yeah, I've got that person in my family. That person's name is Lauren, and she's always late, and she's always trying to borrow money from me." So I think
none of these names are
none of them are real
to protect the innocent,
the innocent or the guilty. It depends on how you look at it. The point is, we all have the same people in our family, and they're all just in different names. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense to me. Yeah, absolutely. And that kind of goes along with what we started to talk about last week about, our families. You're part Mexican and I'm all Southern and all white, and how our foods and stuff are kind of the same. We talked about the tortillas and the stuff like that. So that was kind of interesting.
Just a different form.
Right, just different form. So see, we're together like oil and water, but
it makes me think of that little part in, I know you hate this, but My Big Fat Greek Wedding, where he's giving his wedding speech, and he goes, "Well, my name means orange and their name means apple, and it's like oranges and apples." He goes, "But in the end, we're all fruit."
We're all fruit.
So there you go.
We're all fruit. It does. It makes. There was. What was that our realtor friend Carrie posted the other day? Something about, what were you? I can't remember. We were opposite. You were a B and I was an A. Remember what was that?
I think it was about being on time, wasn't it? Wasn't it something?
Oh yeah, I think it was about the clock and stuff and she's like, "Yeah, you guys kind of balance each other out." I'm like, "Yeah, no."
Yeah, because I'm like,
if you like to fight, if fight equals balance,
I don't care. Okay, it depends on where I'm going. Here's the sad part. Okay, if I'm going to a movie that I want to see, I leave early. Oh. If I'm going to the doctor's, I leave late because I don't want to go anyway.
That's true. Well, they're not going to take you back on time anyway. You're going to sit out there for another half hour, so it doesn't really matter because nobody takes you back on time. That's just sucks,
I also never cared if the kids were late to school.
Hey,
which Robin holds against me, by the way.
No, that's true. That's true. Still, no, that's true. I forgot a shout out.
Okay.
My cousin's husband.
Oh yeah, sure.
My cousin's husband, Dub. Way to go, Dub. Hey, I'm gonna give it because he's gonna be part of the Dave Adkins band, his bluegrass band, and he's going to go on tour. He's going their new bass player.
Congratulations,
Oh,
Dub.
so exciting for him and
He's worked
for
hard
her.
for this.
He has. He's been playing. He played in a band called Unbridled Strings for a while, and I know that they went around the local Gatlinburg, Pigeon Forge kind of area. But he's going to be traveling all over the country and into Canada and stuff like that, like legit touring. So, dude, congrats, Mazel Tov, and all the good stuff. Woo. I can't wait to see you guys out on tour and see the YouTube videos, and as they come in, we'll post them on the website over at moonshinesafari.com. So, oh, that was my phone. Got an email or something. Anyway.
He didn't learn yet, guys.
I didn't learn me nothing. All right. Hey, we're going to learn you some knowledge coming up. Drinks and recipes. Hold
Woohoo!
tight. Make some more noise.
Get out your glasses. It's time for the Moonshine Safari Drinks and Recipes.
Welcome back to probably the shortest episode, but nah. We just
asked him if it was too short.
We said
he
in the very beginning.
It wasn't.
No, we said in the very beginning it's going to be an organic show. You know,
Yeah, we're just trying to talk about what we want to talk about.
Yeah,
so.
if we're done talking, it's like you're done listening.
Right. You almost have to be.
You got to be tired of listening because we're tired of talking.
If you want to find out more of what we say, go to the social media.
That's right. Hey, it's drinks and recipes time.
What you been drinking, Josh?
Everything.
I doubt it.
Too much.
Whatever.
All right. So I found this place online and ordered online, which was really cool. Freeland Spirits in Portland, Oregon. It's a woman-owned distillery up there. Freaking cool. And the bottles are awesome. So I ordered some gin and some bourbon. So tonight we're going to talk about the bourbon. Freeland Spirits bourbon. It's 46%. It comes in a cool, beautiful amber bottle, and it is delicious. It'll get you, but it is yummy. So check them out, and you can order them. It's really cool. You can order them. They ship at FedEx. You just have to have somebody who's 21 or over that has ID to sign for it.
And I'll tell you,
they'll even deliver to your work.
I'm a big fan of the bottles, which is really sad. So I like to go to the store, and when
I'm a big fan of emptying them. Well,
and when I see a bottle I like, I end up getting it depending on the cost, because it always seems like it's tequila.
Yeah,
bottles.
but sometimes that's true, and I'm not a big tequila fan.
Yeah, we're not big tequila people. So
I still got to finish that mango tequila off of that guitar one.
Whenever he saw the bottles and he's like, "These are cool. Should we order some?" I'm like, "Yeah, I want to try it." So anyway, we got some cool bottles out of it and some awesome liquor. You should give it a shot.
So check them out, Freeland Spirits. Check them out.
Give
the
it
website.
A shot. Get it.
Order some from them. Support them.
It was a pun.
Support them. Oh,
it was a pun. Give it a shot. See, give it.
I got it.
Okay. Just want to make it clear that
this is why you don't do the funny of the week.
You're too fun. I'm too funny.
We apologize. Anyway, that's a show. Unless you got something else you want to throw out there.
I'm all good.
Yeah, I'm getting ready to get out of here. It's getting warm. Oh, thanks everybody for showing up. We really appreciate it. Hey, check us out at all the social media Doomer-Hicker thingies.
Got something you want to hear about? Let us know.
Yeah, and reach out if you'd like to. Remember, Terry Bird, Terry Bird, BYRD. Yep, reach out to us at Josh and Dean at moonshinesafari.com. We need your address so we can send you some merch, some swag, some gear, some stuff. Okay, and yeah, if you guys want to also possibly get some stuff, I don't know, listen more. I don't know. Let us know. Yeah, hey, tell your friends. There's some crazy people who talk about some crazy crap on here and do some musical stuff and all that good stuff. All right, everybody, be good to one another. Spread the shine. See ya.
Yeah! Thank y'all for coming by the Moonshine Safari. May your glasses be full and your hearts happy. Hey y'all, welcome to Moonshine Safari. Hope you enjoyed the podcast. If you did, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe to our channel, as well as check the description for information on our social media sites, as well as our Patreon account to help support our adventures in the Moonshine Wilderness.